Hang on to your vaginas. It's another Random Fact Friday.
And demonetized.
We're not even monetized to begin with. It's fine. Plus, I'm just quoting the new Megan 2.0 trailer, which came out 2 days ago. And we're
We
going...
date this video.
People will be able to figure it out. Which I'm just glad that we're getting another Terminator without it being Terminator. Oh god, Megan versus Terminator?
In the United Kingdom's Parliament, there is a box of snuff or smokeless tobacco that's been in use since the 1600s. It is free for any and all government officials to use, but the last time someone partook in it was 1989.
So the snuff...
It's still there to this day.
I see. So the snuff box was a significantly was less of a super spreader than the U.S. Congress candy box.
Yes, because no one used it since 1989.
Everybody knows about the U.S. Congress candy box, right?
Yeah.
Just a box of candy on the Congress. Where do they gather again? I forget.
To be fair, the candy thing is not bad, except for the fact it was during COVID.
Yeah, no, like, I think the story that I'm remembering about the box is, like, one of the a representative being like, COVID isn't a thing. He coughed into his hands, grabbed some Almond Joys from the box, and then suddenly a lot of people like from that building had COVID from the floor, which hey, surprise Pikachu face, I guess. Anyway,
It's
I got off
insane that the crowd that believes COVID isn't real won.
It is. I'm.
How did they not all fucking die?
I don't know. I genuinely don't know.
This is why I'm like, there's either no God, or if there is, he is the biggest douche in the universe. Like, there's no even ironic justice about this.
I don't know what to say. Tell me.
Although apparently it was given. Apparently someone had the idea. They were. This is a different country, but someone was talking about how their father, who is a devout Christian, believes that Trump was handpicked by God to become president, so that the United States would collapse.
Jesus Christ. Tell me a random fact about Terminator. I think that would be better.
Arnold Schwarzenegger in the first movie caught on fire like in real time while they were filming, and he just dealt with it. Yeah.
Poor Arnie. I mean, well,
he just like dealt with it and made like a good scene. But yeah.
Well, actually, maybe not poor Arnie, because didn't he fully cheat on his wife or something? I don't know. I forget if we're like we root for for Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Arnold Schwarzenegger is all right. Yeah. He hates Donald Trump. If that's any correlation.
Yeah, no. At least, okay. I think he was at least sorry when, it came out that he cheated on his wife.
He also believes that climate change is real.
Yeah.
So that's more than you can say for any other Republican.
Well, he's Democrat, right?
No, he was Republican.
Really?
Schwarzenegger was a Republican governor, yeah. I don't know if that's changed in recent years, but we'll pull it up.
He was the governor for
California.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's why I was thinking that he was Democratic, because
he was the 38th governor of California from 2003 until 2011.
And he was Republican.
Yes.
Damn.
He was also the chairman of the President's Council for Nutrition, Sports, Fitness from 1990 to 1993. Bill Clinton and George W. Bush. George H.W. Bush.
I don't think that really helps. I'm gonna be Chris. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think the Bushes were great people. Even the dad.
Well, he was also under Clinton's not a good person either, but he was under both presidents. If that makes any sense.
That makes yeah.
All right.
Man, talking about Bill Clinton and what he did.
Just going up to the most recent ones.
How do you feel about clove cigarettes?
I don't. No, I don't really care about clove cigarettes.
Yeah. Then you're not a real goth, then.
Sure.
I think somebody back in college tried to get me addicted to clove cigarettes, but then it's just like, no.
Yeah, I'm seeing the bit about Arnold Schwarzenegger doing the sexual misconduct allegations.
Okay, I was about to say something, but then I realized that it could be taken real poorly based on how I was going to say it. So I'm choosing not to say it. Okay, now I know how to say it. If I had a political place of power, there would be some sort of scandal involving me almost every other day, but not because I'm having intercourse with a secretary, but it's just because I wear a bullet vibe to every fucking thing that I go to. And everybody's just like, you need to stop doing that. And it's like, why? It's the only thing that gives me pleasure when I'm talking to the fucking King Charles, if he's alive at this point.
Since 2016,
What?
I'm gonna read about Arnold Schwarzenegger this entire time.
Has he been in any recent movies?
Yes. One second. Apparently, since 2016, Arnold Schwarzenegger has condemned the actions of many of his former constituents, and especially condemning white supremacists, and has warned multiple times about how the United States is entering a new era of fascism that he had experienced the knock-on effects of when he was because he's like Austrian.
Yeah.
Uh, he also talked about how COVID is in fact real,
Mm-hmm.
and then he was quote saying like, "There's a virus here; it kills people. And the only way to prevent it is to get vaccinated, wear a mask, and do social distancing, wash your hands." Uh, but unfortunately, everyone is thinking like, "Well, my freedom is being disturbed here." It's like, well, no, screw your freedom, because it's uh, ruining others people's freedom to be alive.
I think the main takeaway from COVID that I think about daily is learning how many people didn't actually wash their fucking hands and how nasty they were.
Also, just how many people who it fundamentally changed something in me growing up and just living around all of these fundamental, and it's also the knock-on effect of also just the response to climate change. All of these people, because we live in the Bible Belt, and a lot of people are very much Christian, saying that they value people's lives and they just want to promote good and do good for the world and make sure that we're taking care of the world because that's what God instructed us to do, and we need to be friendly to your neighbor, be the good Samaritan, like help out. How many of those people just didn't wear a mask
So
or
many.
refuse to believe that climate change is real, refuse to stop littering, refuse to just do basic shit, admit basic reality is happening, and because it's like the bare minimum of doing the same, practicing what you preach,
Mm-hmm.
doing the things that you said was important, and take care of your fellow man by making sure you don't spread a deadly virus to them.
Yeah.
But no, because you don't like how masks feel, so you don't wear one. Or you didn't want to get it. You didn't want to get it. Especially, you didn't want to get a vaccine because you're like, oh, they might have microchem trackers and shit, and they're like, what the fuck are you talking about right now?
I
Or the people who fundamentally, and I'm seeing it so much now that climate change isn't real, or if it is, it doesn't matter because God wouldn't let everything go bad. And so it will just be a little bit of a hiccup. It won't actually be a big thing when millions have already died.
this over here. Come on.
Sorry for getting too real.
No, it's fine. I was just gonna bring up what's the word, when COVID was like first starting out, back when they like closed all the campuses and stuff, or extended spring break. After I got moved back home because my college was like, hey, we're going full online learning, yada yada yada. Uh, the second week of being home, I came down with a really bad respiratory thing, and we went to the doctor's office, like the fucking what's the word, the COVID, they had to sit out in the car and wait for like a COVID test, and my dad was real fucked up about it because he was like front line when COVID was happening. He was a pharmacist and stuff, and he was afraid that he had he had infected me essentially, and thankfully it wasn't. It was not COVID. I had strep throat, and it was
One moment.
okay. I will pause the recording. But yeah, I just my dad was, healthcare. He always made sure that he like was clean, like not interacted with us before coming into the house. Just trying to limit as much as he could. Uh, and the fact that he thought that he had brought it home and given it to me fucked him up really bad. But it wasn't COVID. It just ended up being strep throat, apparently. Uh, and honestly, I was a little freaked out too. Uh, because like as soon as we were told to start masking, like I started wearing. Well, it wasn't like both. I was wearing masks, and I didn't interact with anybody. Like uh, like with the shit going on. Uh, but yeah, that's my 2 cents on on that situation. Uh, Next random fact: did you know that Taco Cat spelled backwards is Taco Cat?
Yes. Butter sold on the West Coast comes in shorter but whiter sticks compared to butter sold east of the Rocky Mountains, which is longer but thinner.
Oh, I get. Just call my ass a West Coast butter stick because it's whiter than.
Okay.
I'm saying I have a fat ass.
I thought you were going to make a show joke.
No, I guess that was also a choice.
The oldest person to receive their doctorate was attributed to Ingeborg Rappaport. She was 102 years old when she received her medical doctorate from the University of Hamburg in 2015. She was denied a medical degree 70 years earlier because her mother was of Jewish descent.
Ew.
The Great Stalactite Organ, created over 3 years by Leland W. Sprinkle at the Luxray Caverns in Virginia, by finding and shaving certain stalactites to produce specific notes. Recordings were sold on vinyl and cassette and can be found online through music streaming services.
Could you play Africa by Toto on this thing?
Maybe. A man has been powering his home for 8 years using 1,000 laptop batteries.
That sounds like a hazard.
Heard and McDonald Islands contain Australia's only 2 active volcanoes. Heard and McDonald Islands are also solely by penguins, and Heard McDonald Island were also tariffed 10% by Donald Trump.
Would you want to go visit Australia?
Yes.
I think that would be fun.
There is a species of land-dwelling crayfish native to Wisconsin.
I could meet Bluey's dad, Bandit. And don't tell me he's real. Don't tell me he's not real. Let me live.
Eva Longoria spent $6 million saving a film after her agent told her it was the right call. Now she says it was the best money she ever spent. That film was named John Wick.
Oh shit!
Yep.
The predator of our time period.
The rate at which new words are added to languages is slow in the digital era, and it's partially because the advent of automatic spell checkers has given words recognized by the tools a reproductive fitness advantage, while non-standard spellings are declined or eliminated.
That doesn't sound good.
Probably not. The Eiffel Tower was originally only supposed to exist for the 1889 World's Fair, and was never dismantled.
Only for the war? Are you fucking kidding me? That thing's huge.
It was built for just the 1889 World's Fair. It was supposed to be dismantled the following year.
Really?
Yep. The sparkling lights added to 1999 were also supposed to be just a gimmick to ring in the year 2000, but they chose to keep them on.
I could say I could say something really fucked up as like a comparison.
What? Good.
This is like saying that the Twin Towers were supposed to stay up longer. Oh wait.
Bye, guys, girls, bye.
Never forget 9/11. Bye.
All right. I'm very hungry, so I'm probably